Let's talk about Kenya. Kenya has been having a lot of socio-economic problems, including high unemployment rate, inflation, and of course widespread poverty in the country. And you have to understand that Kenya has been having a very large sum of debt to the Chinese and the IMF. Now, the president of Kenya had to come up with a plan. How do we come out of the mess? Then he proposed a bill. He said, guys, come through, let us talk it out. And he came up with the financial bill. Wow. Sounds nice, right? But now there's nothing good about it because it was a bill that was meant to tax more on the basic goods. And let me tell you this, Kenya at some point was about to get bread taxed on the VAT at 16%. And more than that, fuel, bread, sugar, the transportation system was about to be heavily taxed by the government because they wanted austerity measures to gain more money to pay off the debt to China and IMF. I have to get this thing. The youth said, hell no! It's not going to happen like that because we are the custodians of the future. You guys took the money because you wanted to use it for your own gain as the political leaders. Nothing moved in the country, so you cannot expect us to pay back the bills that we didn't actually spend on. Now the youth took it to the streets, and the government, it's no way now. It had to come up with a plan. What did they do? As usual, governments in Africa use violence, right? They cracked down on people. People's heads were chopped off. People's legs were chopped off. Kids were killed. Many families were lost, and a lot of things happened. Now, you have to understand something. There is the economic side and there is the political side. The political side is not really looking quite friendly and nice for the Kenyan president because look at his enemies around him. One, he is no longer in good books with his former president, Uhuru Kenyatta. He has had series of persecutions against him, which means you never know who's in your backyard. Let's be honest, really. And a few weeks, if not a week ago, he was caught online speaking bad about the Russian president Vladimir Putin and the Russian government, talking about the invasion of Ukraine. So, to my thinking, I know that there's nothing that can stop any international player from disrupting the peace if they want to. Africa is defenseless. So, to be quite honest with you, I think that for some reason, the actions of the president of Kenya have led him to this one because he's creating a lot of enemies, and most of these enemies are his people. So the conflict is really about the decision making of a leader and his stooge mentality to the West. Tell me what you think.